Choosing to get vaccinated isn't always easy, but being vaccinated guarantees one thing: getting back to living.
One of the things that has happened since I've gotten the COVID vaccination, I've been able to go to concerts. And that may not seem like a lot to people, but getting out, being able to go to concerts, being able to get back active in my community, being able to go to schools and see children play in school grounds, that's all important as we go through this normalcy period.
As with all history, the fight against COVID-19 is happening with the innovation and ingenuity of African Americans. In fact, some of our best and brightest minds are at the center of the battle against COVID, and they were at the helm of creating the vaccine.
The two biggest misconceptions about the vaccine that I actually hear are, one, that I don't need the vaccine because COVID is not going to infect me. And the second one is the trust factor, meaning, am I getting the same vaccine as everyone else?
My oldest brother has been in the hospital for 6 weeks battling COVID. And just the thought that I could lose someone that I love and cherish so much has elevated where I am, making sure that my community is being tested and vaccinated for COVID.
The president of the American Medical Association, Patrice Harris, she's a wonderful physician who really led us to understand some of the impact that we are facing disproportionately in the Black community. Kazmikia Corbett was a researcher who really led the efforts on COVID, on the first vaccines that we had. They did a great job of making sure that Black participants were really involved in the trials to make sure that this was going to work for everyone who was going through the trials with the vaccines. And as we know, those vaccines are safe and effective for everyone, including Black people.
Let's get our community back to normalcy. We need to make sure that our kids can play, that our kids can go to school, that our families can work, that our families can worship, their families can commute like they need to, that our families can enjoy. We know the levels of stress are high for all the community because we've been locked in. And whatever it takes to bring us back to getting our kids safe, getting our minds free, then let's do that for community.
My hope is that we can get to a point where we are doing the things that we love to do in a way that keeps everyone, including the elderly, including those vulnerable, safe and protected. That can only happen with vaccines.
The Center for African American Health exists to empower the African American community to live well. Get back to living today by finding your nearest vaccination location. Visit covid19.colorado.gov.